Did you know that there's an animal that can regenerate its limbs, heart, even parts of its brain? Meet the axolotl. In today's video, we're going to go over this fascinating creature and its unique history, some of its biology, and a few fun facts that you might find interesting. A lot of people call them the Mexican walking fish. Although they are amphibians, they're not fish. I don't understand. They're native to Mexico, particularly, I want to say it's Lake Ocamilco. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but native to Mexico. We have Fireball here, and if you look at Fireball, you'll see how her gills look like that. That's a distinct feature of an axolotl, and you can't really see her face from this angle. Let's see if I can get her to come over here. No, she's not coming over. But if you look at them straight on, they actually have a smile, and they have a broader head, kind of like a shark. It's wider. Maybe if you come on up here to this other axolotl up here, this is Midnight. You can see she's smiling. She's got that smile, and at the same time, her head's a little broad. The cool thing about axolotls is they can live for 10 to 15 years. And like I mentioned earlier, they can regenerate almost every part of their body. Their brains, their hearts, their limbs, all sorts of parts of their body can be regenerated. You can't really see this axolotl in there. He's hiding. Although when we got him, he was missing his front legs, and now he's grown them back, which they're hiding right now, but he's regenerated his legs. Can you imagine if you could do that? I want to mention that regrowth that happens, there are no scars. You don't see any sign that their arm was ripped off in the past, which is crazy. Due to pollution and people building homes where axolotls live, they're slowly going extinct. They are endangered in the wild, so make sure you pick yourself up an axolotl to keep the breed going. Axolotls are cold water animals. They prefer 60 to 64 degrees temperature. Turned off. Axolotls are nocturnal creatures. They prefer to be active at night. I know we have the light on, but you have to imitate natural settings, right? Daylight and nighttime. But you'll find that they're most active at night. They'll come out of their hidings. I know this one's out in the daytime, but most of the time they'll hang out in their little hiding spots until it's nighttime. Everyone has mixed feelings about keeping your axolotls with other tank mates. I think from my experience, keeping multiple axolotls together of the same size has not been a problem. I'm sure if there's a more aggressive one, then you can run into issues. But I have 3 fully grown females living in this tank right here. They don't bother each other. I'm pretty sure they prefer living together. The other thing you can do is you can also have shrimp living in the tank with them. But to do that, let's see up here we have all these rocks piled up. So you create a rock habitat for your shrimp to be able to escape in. And you can go on Amazon and get one of these plastic things that creates just another space for them to escape into. But you do that, you can have shrimp in the tank. Axolotls can eat them occasionally. But to recap, axolotls can be together. Just make sure that they're not nipping at each other's gills or their tails and trying to eat each other. But if they're not, then they can survive just fine. Like we talked about, they are endangered and they're running into pollution issues. There are foundations out there like the Axolotl Foundation that are working to conserve this breed, make sure that they don't go extinct. These creatures live in water their entire lives, although under certain situations, certain circumstances where poor conditions, I'm not exactly sure how it happens, but they can morph into land creatures. It doesn't happen that often, and if it happens, you're most likely not taking care of your axolotl, because they should live in water their entire lives. I'm sure with a quick YouTube search, you'll find videos of morphed axolotls, although it's very rare. Aztecs used to believe that axolotls represented lightning and death, and it was named after a Aztec god. I can't pronounce it. It's like Zotl. I don't know. It's like axolotl without the A, however you pronounce that. If anybody knows their Aztec history, please drop a comment letting me know how to pronounce it the correct way. Axolotls are really peculiar. I can't say it. Anyways, they're really interesting creatures. You know, their tanks need to stay really clean. So we like to put the pothos in there to keep them clean. The roots suck out all the extra nitrates and the poop and the gross stuff. They need to have certain water temperature, but most importantly, they need enough space. So minimum, if you have one adult axolotl, you're going to want a minimum 20-gallon long tank like this. You can pick it up at PetSmart. Or when we have them available, you can go ahead and get our axolotl kit. It'll come with everything you need. But yeah, you want a minimum 20-gallon long tank for one axolotl. And if you have two axolotls, this tank's not big enough. Maybe temporarily it's fine, but long term, no, don't do that. That's like living in a small clown car. You're not going to like that. So they need their space. It needs to be clean. So make sure you have enough plants in there and filtration going on to keep it clean, and make sure you have a way to keep the temperature cold. So either with chillers, fans, an AC, cold room in your basement, something to keep the temperature the correct temp. All right, so what they eat are, we've got an earthworm farm in here. Right here, we have a bunch of earthworms in here. They eat earthworms. A lot of people will give them an entire earthworm. I'll chop that earthworm up into like 3-4 different sections. That way they can digest it easier. But typically, in one feeding, an adult axolotl will eat 1 to 2 worms. But like I said, I chop them up so they can digest them easier. The other thing is sometimes they'll not eat the earthworm, so you gotta have some bloodworms on hand. And show you what they look like. Yeah, that freezer is cold. And you can get them just in little cubes like this. You can grow them yourself, which we're about to start doing, but always want to have some of those on hand. In summary, axolotls are fascinating creatures with big personalities and amazing regeneration capabilities. So follow along, like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you want to see more about axolotls.